Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
I'm Carol Massar along with Tim Stanovic. Let's get to some stocks on the move. A bunch of earnings after the closing bell. With us is Bloomberg News cross-asset reporter Denitsa Sikova. And let's start with CoreWeave. This stock bouncing around, but it's down more than 1% here in the aftermarket.
Yeah, ticker is CRWV. Initially, very strong report. That's why we saw a reaction there. But what investors seem to be worried about is narrow profit margins in the third quarter. We're talking about operating income margin of 4%. And analysts were expecting 6.5%. This is a very interesting company that has been on a crazy rally since it IPO'd. It actually, since August, since the last earnings report, we get... it's been in a sell-off mode. So again, this report, which the revenue was very strong, it rose to 1.36 billion, topping estimates. The reported loss was lower than what analysts were expecting. Overall strong report. But this wasn't enough to bring the sentiment after... Obviously, last week, the AI theme suffered, and CoreWeave was one of the big names that was hit there. So a lot of pressure there. That said, there are a lot of partnership with Meta. It's obviously working with NVIDIA. Microsoft accounts for 71% of CoreWeave's revenue. So a lot of optimism from analysts, but pretty high valuations still. So the investors are punishing the margin.
All right, so let's talk about Paramount Skydance, ticker PSKY. It is rallying about 4.5% higher in the aftermarket, but it was up, I think, as much as 9 or 10% here.
Yeah, it rallied as much as 10%. It's coming off reporting financial results for the first time since the new investor group took over. It's coming off cost-cutting measures, so this is really obviously bad news for workers. 1,600 jobs are going to be cut as part of this. The number is 3 billion in cost saving this year. They're increasing that number. For third quarter, Paramount reported revenue of about 6.7 billion, below analyst forecast. But clearly, investors are reacting to those cost-cutting measures. Of course, David Ellison combined Skydance Media with Paramount in August. 8 billion merger. Really some of the big ones we've seen lately. The company is eliminating jobs, racing to sign deals.
Right.
And some of the cost-cutting measures are across Argentina, Chile, and other regions.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.